Sorry about that, I paused it for no reason. So just to recap, we're going to do a quick overview of the mole map. Feel free to make your mole map colorful, especially if you're kinesthetic or a visual learner, though it helps with pretty much everything because I'm going to refer to colors. So the meat of your mole map is this top section up here. It shows 3 different portions: mass, moles, representative particles, volume of a gas. This is very specific volume. We may not even talk about this unit, but the important thing is you have these 3 locations and they're all linked up through the mole. Think of this like the train. Pretty much, I guess I would say Gallery Place. In order to get on any train line or metro center, you have to go through Gallery Place. The mole is like Gallery Place. Then you have, your different other stops along the way, and you need different trains in order to get to each of those stops. So if I was trying to get all the way to Tyson's Corner, I need the silver line. We don't use that very often in chemistry. If I'm trying to get to like that Target, Columbia Heights, Chick-fil-A area, I'm going to need the green line. And so I'm going to take that particular route. If I'm trying to go to, say, Wilson to see their football game or their basketball game, then I might need to take the red line and I would take this train. It's important that you understand that you have to take the right train to get you to the right location, but you also have to take the right train in the correct direction. So you can't just say, oh, I need to take route A. You need to think very, very carefully about whether you're going from moles to mass, or you're going from mass to moles. Are you going from, say, Gallery Place to Columbia Heights, or are you going from Columbia Heights to Gallery Place? Without that information, nothing works. Just in case you can't see the colors very clearly, I've kind of colored each of these boxes in a different color because I'll refer to them. This is red, this is blue. My favorite color is purple, so of course mole has to be purple. And then volume of a gas is brown. Also, I've colored our trains, if you will, different colors. Those trains are conversion factors. You should be familiar with those words. And at the very bottom of your mole map, you should see some conversion factors listed. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to zoom in without accidentally stopping the entire film, but there are some conversion factors at the bottom of your mole map. You have to make sure that when you're traveling in that direction, you're using the right conversion factor. So if we are going in the A direction, we need this conversion factor. All conversion factors have an equal sign. And right now, for our first lesson that we're talking about, we're actually going to be dealing with this green one. Notice there's a blank here. You're going to need to fill in that blank with a number. And for every single place where you see an X along these conversion factors, you're going to need to actually replace that with whatever chemical it is. That becomes extremely important in the next unit, so it has to happen now. With the exception of the first lesson, which is how to find this conversion factor A, all of the things that we will solve, you'll need a calculator. I strongly suggest that you get one for at home. We're talking $10, $15 that will save your life when you're trying to do these problems. And then you need a periodic table. For the sake of convenience, I'm going to use this one, which is very similar to the one that we have in class, but not the exact same numbers, unfortunately. And then also remember, whenever we're solving our math problems, we are always going to need a known and unknown, a conversion factor. Sorry, in case you couldn't see that. Unknown and unknown, a conversion factor. Sometimes I'll abbreviate that conversion factor with CF. You will need a setup. That setup is always going to be in a format called dimensional analysis. It's also called factor label method, in case you wanted to YouTube or Google or talk to your tutor about how to set that up. There is no other way that is acceptable in this class except to do factor label method or dimensional analysis. Are there other ways to shortcut the system? Absolutely. I can teach you tricks. The unfortunate thing is that the tricks are not going to help you in your next class, and it's not going to help you in the next unit. So you have to learn dimensional analysis. Many of you have already started to learn it before Christmas break, so it's just going to be a review for you. And then again, your final answer will need to be circled. Your final answer will need to be in scientific notation, and it'll need to have the correct number of significant figures or digits. We'll work on this a little bit more when I come back. For now, If you would like to round your answers so that you have maybe 4 places past the decimal, once it's in scientific notation, then we can take it the next step further when I come back. All right, so that is the mole map overview. Again, you definitely don't want to lose this mole map. You want to make sure that, heck, I would take pictures of it so you have it in your phone in case you're doing work and you have left your notebook at home. But you definitely want to make sure that you keep this and that you keep this safe and that you practice drawing it over and over again. Again, if you're a visual learner or kinesthetic learner, drawing it over and over again is going to help you. Even if you're an audio learner, the colors and reading and writing are going to help you as well, and make sure that you learn those conversion factors. All right, so the next lesson that you're going to see after the mole map kind of overview, if we want to consider this lesson 1, is going to be how to calculate your conversion factor A. So if you're already a champion at this, you can move on to lesson 3. All right, thanks so much.